morning vlog and welcome to day 3 on the way back up. I tell you, I feel like I've traveled a million miles. I can't believe it's just day 3 on the way back. I cannot tell you guys how happy I am that I took more of a restful evening or night. You know, in the grand scheme of things, this is kind of like a normal night. It's kind of ridiculous for me to think that I can just go. But I got back to my hotel around 8. And I pretty much just laid in bed until 8 this morning, working on a computer, taking a good sleep, and it just felt so good to spend the little time to do my skincare, 10 minutes to like brush straight my hair, which instantly like just boosts my confidence and my mood. Like just having my hair straightened like that just makes me feel so much more sleek and put together. And so I have the heat brush that I really enjoy. I really can't believe that I was planning on doing everything that I did yesterday, plus everything I'm gonna do today in one day. And if I did that, I would have definitely missed that awesome sunset at the Black Canyon, which was fantastic. I have another great sunset planned for this evening. This is kind of like the highlight of my trip. Like, the 2 things we're doing today are like things that I've been craving to do, and with all the fall colors, it should be spectacular. I'm really ready for it to be colder. As you can see, I'm in like a spaghetti strap, but I do have a sweater pulled out because I'm so ready for it to be cold. Right now, like, I'm in the middle, southern, southwestern corner of Colorado. I believe I'm in kind of like 2 mountainous areas. I don't know, this whole area is mountainous and beautiful. I'm heading into another mountainous region, which I'm hoping should be cold and have a little bit more development of fall colors. Lastly, something that's like really important is I need to focus today on drinking water. I've been very terrible the past couple days, and I've been surviving off of coffee and diet soda, and I can feel it. It's just crazy what a difference it is being hydrated. And so I cleaned up my front a little bit. I cleaned up my front seat a little bit, got that a little organized, threw out some trash, and I have access now to my gallon jug. I have my little water bottle with my wonderful stickers on it. Chuck Esme. And Minnesota. Brittany got this for me. I've never been, so now I need to go to Minnesota because otherwise I'm a poser with my corn sticker. Really today trying to focus on drinking water, because that'll make me feel better, and it's important. So, all right, let's hit the road. I pulled over because, my God, that mountain is beautiful, and thankfully, finally getting into the canyon now, and I have to keep going because I saw a sign that said there's road closures from 1 to 4, and I'm hoping I can get on the other side of it. I'm not sure in relationship where that closure is to where I'm going and wanting to go. Are you guys from around here? But I've made it to Marble, and talking about smell, it smells so good here. I think I'm next to like a barbecue place that was packed with people because I stepped out and I was like, oh, it smells so good. But I believe we're still in a burn ban, so I'm like, where's all this smoke coming from? It's coming from the barbecue place, which smells super good. I love smoke as a scent. I'm a bit bummed. I came out here to see the iconic, you know, Instagrammable Crystal Mill, but it is 4-wheel drive only, and the Sweet Prius is not there, and it's definitely not high clearance. It's 6 miles to get there. I was like, oh, I could hike it, and I'm like, no, because that's 12 miles round trip. So I'm a little bit bummed. I'm glad I still came out to this town. It is very tiny. Only about half of the streets are paved, but it's very adorable, and it's also like packed with people. It's pretty bustling for a Monday. I'm hoping to find like a general store because I need to use the restroom and I'd like to get some snacks. Let's do a water update. So I'm doing pretty good. I would say like a quarter of my way through. And I've been wanting to drink more, but I haven't been near a rest stop. So I want to do that because yeah, I'm already feeling a little bit better being hydrated today. There is a lot of beautiful foliage to peek around here, so I could spend a little bit of time here. I still don't know where that road closure is. I only saw like the one sign, and I'm on kind of like a loop that'll attach to like the big major highway. So if worse comes to worse, I can either wait till 4 when it opens up, or I can just kind of backtrack. But I'm hoping I've already passed it, because the one sign that I saw, I think said mile marker 38 or 48, and I think I just passed, like, I'm in the 40s on that main highway. I really just hope it's not going to be an issue. With, like, how touristy this town is, I'm just like, there has to be, like, you know, a little... Because on the map, all I'm seeing is, like, lodges. There has to be, like, a store for people to get snackies and sunscreen. I'm going to look around a little bit. All right. Found the restroom. I feel like I've been reborn. No luck on finding like a general store, but it was nice. I walked around this little, they have a marble site. It's kind of by where the bathroom is, and it runs along the river, and you can see where they used to farm, extract marble. A really cute little walk around. Got to see some marble, and of course the foliage is gorgeous. And being by the river was really nice. I am gonna peel out of here. I want to hit Aspen and have as much time in Aspen as I'd like and not feel rushed. It's about 1:30, so we're at the time when the road was going to be closed. So I'm hoping that it won't affect my route, but we shall see. It's starting to rain, but I think I was lucky and passed through the construction. I'll tell you after I get off the road, but there's a waterfall over there, so I gotta go look at it. I have a feeling it's gonna be really cold. Let's see. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's cold.
My home is not a highway.
All right, I made it to Aspen. It's about 4 o'clock, and that means I have 3 hours till sunset. It looks like a lot of overcast clouds. I'm nervous. I'm hoping by the bells, by the maroon bells, that it'll be clear. We'll get some color, something. Regardless, I'm going for sunset, and I'm not questioning myself ever again, especially with how last night turned out. I just gotta be patient. Aspen's a cute little town. I'm about a half hour from the bells, and the bells have been on my list for the longest of times. I wish I could remember, but when I worked in an office, my desktop space was either the Maroon Bells or Lake Moraine in Banff. and you know, they have similar shapes. So, and this was at a time where I didn't really know all of the landscape locations names, but yeah, I had either the Lake Moraine or the Bells as my desktop because I just thought it was so beautiful. I'm so ready. Fingers crossed for a good sunset, but let's drive down the mountain pass.
Visitors will be required to use the Raptor shuttle beginning Monday, June 7th. The shuttle service from Aspen Highlands Ski Area runs between the hours of 8 and 5. Reservations are suggested, but a few seats are available if shuttles are not full. Parking reservations are required before and after the bus service hours. All vehicles and shuttle reservations are available at www.aspenchamber.org. For more information.
Okay. You need a reservation. I am kicking myself for not looking into this. Aspen Bells parking reservation. Going to be so full of sorrow because that means that no, positive thoughts. Okay. They're sold out for today. Oh my gosh, and of course there comes the sun. If I'm reading this correctly, the next reservation is not till October 25th for parking. I am so heartbroken right now. That means that the two things that I was really planning on doing today were busts. I couldn't get to the mill without four-wheel drive. And this, you need a reservation. I mean, it makes sense. All right. I went up and I was like, anything available? Last minute cancellations? Nope. But here's where we're at. Okay. 5 miles walk from here, 750 elevation gain. So she must get asked that a lot. Man. Okay. If I'm being completely honest, I was gonna say, it does look very overcast. Like one solid gray cloud, like Washington. So I would hate to like walk 10 miles just to like have a shit sunset. I think it totally makes sense. This place probably gets super crowded, especially for sunset times. So I respect that. But for me in this moment, I'm very more annoyed at myself for not double checking. I guess I'm just so used to places not being like reservations and whatnot. This is what happens when you don't plan accordingly. I don't think I'm gonna do it. It pains me, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. Like I said, like okay, so I'm taking Highway 70 to my hotel. And I was told that Highway 70 is like this really beautiful highway. So I imagine there should be pull-offs. And it looks like I'll still be in the mountains throughout it. So if the colors do align, which, like, I'm facing north, I see sky. Like, I think if I go that way, I might be able to get some. Which way is the storm coming? I can't tell. Having another reason to come back to Colorado was not the worst thing ever. Just bummed. This was like the highlight of my Colorado trip. Which again, should mean you should have looked into it more. You dunk. I really don't want to walk 5 miles in the dark and then drive 2.5 hours to my hotel. I think that's just like the wiser choice. It's the less awesome, cool choice, but I think it is the wiser of the choices. So I'm going to take Highway 70 and try and find a pull-off for sunset if sunset's good. And from what I'm looking over there, I think we could have some promise with that. I'm very sad, but there was still a lot of stuff that I did today that was really beautiful and wonderful, and I had a lovely time in the car listening to podcasts and looking at all of the yellow foliage, but very different than what I was expecting to do today. Oh my god. I'm just annoyed at how sad I am. I'll come back. Let's go. There's still a beautiful mountain to see, so that was kind of like what I did today that was so fun, was just driving through like the scenic mountain and pulling off and taking pictures. So I can do more of that and be happy.
Road to follow on well-known lone pavements. I roam through wide open space with no maps or foot tracks, no turn backs.
Hi, my name is Diana, and I booked a room for tonight, and I was curious about if the hotel was planning on evacuating because of the fires.
We are not evacuating. We're not planning on evacuating anytime soon.
There's like a fire on it looks kind of like there's two fires. When I drove by, there were like two rings on top of the mountain where I booked my hotel for the night, I think. So I just called. They said that there's no evacuation plan, and from what I've seen, the areas that are evacuated are like up on the mountains, like those homes and those nice homes and such. I'm gonna go check in.
Out here and I'm still moving along.
I feel comfortable about the fires. When I was getting another clip of it, it looked kind of like it was being tamed. I don't know. I feel okay. Worst comes to worst, we pack up and leave. So I went out. To get to Aspen, you have to, since this part of Colorado is super rocky and there's so many different ridges and passes, you have to go, now I wanted to go ultimately northeast, but you have to go northwest to get to 70 and then start going east. And at first I was like, this is dumb, like that's like 45 minutes to my route. It just feels silly, even though it's the fastest way. But I'm glad that I did, because I was able to go through I-70, this like beautiful canyon with a little bit of golden hour lighting. It was a small section of I-70, but very beautiful. It was very picturesque, but no places to pull off really. I think there was one or two rest stops that I wanted to pull off at, and both of them were closed. As I was driving away, I was kind of keeping my eyes out for, what is sunset looking like? And from where I was at, it just seemed very cloud cover, nothing too impressive. So I'm just going to keep telling myself that maroon bells would not have been a good sunset. I was thinking about this on the drive over. I feel like kind of lame for doing the more responsible thing. Like, I'm excited to be at a hotel by 9 o'clock, all checked in, and I have the energy to do some work that I want to do, and I'm also to be able to sleep in a little bit. I don't know, part of me was sad that I wasn't being reckless, which sounds silly. There's I don't know, I think since I've done this so many since I've gone out and about so many times and have dealt with the consequences of being stranded, and I'm just like, I know it would be fine, like I know I would get over it, I just don't want to deal with it. Little tiny violin for some reckless abandonment for just pleasure and wonder. I'm gonna do some work and then go to bed and then go to Denver. That's my plan.